Hello and welcome back. I am Dr. Anshu coming back with today's editorial. I know I am not able to upload the 2 days video because I was out station. I visited to Mahakum. Finally got a chance for dipping at Sangam, and experience was little bit exhaustive, but it's good at the end. And so now finally I'm coming back with the Sunday editorial. I have covered basically the important editorial. I have added it, not every editorial that I just got just not able to upload, but at the in editorial of 8 Feb and today's editorial I've covered it, the important facts. So let's have a recap of today's. The PPT will be little bit short because I'm just got exhausted, and from tomorrow I will upload it in a continuous manner. So let's have a recap. So the front page covering the BJP sweeps and half falls. Second one is about the PM promised to make a Delhi a modern city, and the Reserve Bank and Singh government on a growth focus. Finance Minister. Third article is about the freebies governments and more key lessons and impact on the Delhi elections. A hats off, a proud moment for the students. Pictures showing in Hindu. So I covered it. Fourth one is about how the freebies and welfare schemes are different. Fifth one covering about the science editorials, like a heart failure patient in India died 10 years earlier, and Zoom seeking to expand a far beyond a video conferencing, says in India chief. Sixth one is about editorial that is in yesterday Hindu about the India's must voice resonant global AI conversation. So for today, these are the slides. So let's have starting the today's editorial with a political news about the BJP sweeps and AAP falls. How the BJP had forming a government after the 26 years after the AAP, which were ruling since the 15 years. Finally, the BJP got a chance to prove themselves, the promises they made. Let's see how their impact on the education, environment, everything on the lives of people. So here is the data about what is the winning numbers. So the Bharatiya Janata Party winning 48 seats in assembly elections and has returned to power in the national capital after a gap of 26 years. So the Aam Aadmi Party bid for a fourth straight term. The AAP won 22 seats. So here is the representing in a tabular form. BJP 48, vote share is 47.2%. Let me just. So it's the 48 BJP, AAP 22, Congress 0, and others 0. Vote share percent is 63 and 2.3%. So here the 26th year, the BJP broke it 26 zincs by returning to power. And when they, back in 1993, when they won 49 seats. So one more than in 2025. So what are the percentage share is BJP, allies Janata Dal United and Lok Jan Shakti Party, Ram Vilas did not win any seats. So the 52.6% vote share in BJP is the richest. Here it is not come in this picture. In second page, it is here. Like I'm just writing the data. Like what are the vote share of BJP richest constituencies is 52.6%, 45.6% share in highest since 1993, minus 12.3% decline in our vote percent compared to 23. So what is the difference? Like BJP increased its tally from 8 to 48. There was a only 2% different vote share of AAP BJP. And celebration erupted in BJP offices as the trend showed party would sail past majority marks 36. So here the assembly constituencies and Mr. Sishodia, Tarvinder Singh Marwa, Jaganpura, New Delhi Assembly constituency, Mr. Kejriwal is defeated by Parvesh Verma and Mrs. Sisodia Tarvinder from Mar by Tarvinder Singh Marwar. Here's the name. So what are the PM promises? Second news is about the BJP scores big win in the UP's Milkpur by-poll. Here the highest stake Milkpur Assembly by-election in Uttar Pradesh on Saturday, defeating the Chandrabhanu Paswan, defeating Samajwadi Party with a regressive margin is 61,710 votes, and the Milkpur is a seat reserved for scheduled castes SC candidates. Victory for lies in the Ayodhya district, and it witnessed a no hold barred campaign, and with the BJP aggressively pushing the Hindutva plan. So moving to the next is what are the promises and what to Delhi be a modern city. So celebrating the BJP party thumping victory in the Delhi, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi Saturday addressed the party seniors, taking a headquarter BJP national, like taking a jib at Aam Aadmi Party that AAP came with promises to usher in politics change, but turned out to be most dishonest party. How the first time since the Prime Minister said for first time independence, the BJP will now have a government in Delhi and joining the states to the modern city. So the Reserve Bank in syncs with the government on growth focus, Finance Minister. Here's about the So the budget demands stimulus for growing a slow economy. Rate cut, Finance Minister on Saturday said the fiscal monetary policy working in a harmony to spur the growth of impulses. There was a minister was speak to media after RBI Central Board in capital. So the budget unveiled. It's about yesterday article that was already published in of 8 newspapers. 7th of Feb, 8th of Feb, that the like how the growth pushes the RBI cut rates by 0.25%, like repo rate by the 25 basis point to 6.25% to support the feeding growth, 6.25% for feeding growth, to the hope of inflation easing to be 4.4% in the quarter and 4.2% to 25-26. So there is a break of worth 1 lakh crore. The repo rate is the rate at which RBI leads to the other banks, and one of the basis point equal to the 0.1% cut since the first step of past early days. So the 40 BPS cut 4% May 2020, and since 2022 the repo rate has been on rise. So the MPC persisted with a neutral monetary focus with durable targets. So the next news is about the mishappening that happened in the Tamil Nadu woman of in a moving train suffers some miscarriages. This was also in yesterday's newspaper. It's about a 36-year-old woman was traveling to Tamil Nadu through a train, and the man actually assaulted her and just pushed off from moving train, and she now she's suffering from miscarriages. So this was happened on Thursday by the Hemant Raj 31, and he was arrested by government of police. So there was a like ex gratia provided. Senior officials from Chennai division of Southern Railway had offered ex gratia 50,000 to survivor at the hospital, and additional Vision Railway manager Tej Pratap had handed over the compensation in the presence of senior deputy provisional. Some murder cases that he was involved in murder of a 33-year-old woman in Chennai, and he was out on conditional bail. The police said he had been acquaintance with the victim, a resident of Pullian, there for several years. So moving to the next article is the free base and government's more key lessons and impact on Delhi elections. How the Aam Aadmi Party was defeated in the Bharatiya Janata Party and stormed the power after the capital city over the 26 years. So the most important lesson from this result is that the women from both parties promised to uh, poor support schemes. Like there is like seemed a fight like a freebies versus free by fight. Here's the chief minister, given the nature of the national capital, Mr. Kejriwal in Plika refused to resign and arrested and jailed in the exercises of police case, postponement of cabinet meetings, and the government were the result of intransigence. On India bloc, the result will have opposition's policies and the India National Development and Inclusive Death nails to the grouping assembly and Delhi constituency where the Congress leader Sandeep Dixit votes account for the margin and which the Kejriwal lost. So the assembly polls in the Punjab are scheduled in 2027. So what the freebies can bring in votes, but the ideologist engaged base will keep you in the game for 1 year. Here is the picture representing the students of College Nursing Command Hospital Center Command celebrating their com- commission ceremony in Lucknow. So related to this article, how the freebies and welfare schemes are different, how the schemes such as like midday meal, public distribution system, and child development services can consider as a welfare, and how do the targeted cash transfer programs impact the lives? What are the fiscal risks of freebies driven politics? It is the three all the three major political parties like uh, BJP and Aam Aadmi Party vote to voters. There's a 2100 monthly allowances. There's a 2100 monthly allowances for the women, for all women, additional 21,000 for pregnant women, cylinder at 500 from those from backgrounds, and BJP followed the offering like 2500 per month women to low income families and electricity and solar energy initiative. So Congress joined the fray. So where these electrical swaps on welfare politics? So the concerns constitute some argument that freebies amount to the bribery and discourage the voters from making informed choices. Other, however, claim that delegamities and welfare politics were some other instances. So the benefit and availability of cheap labors, affordable transport um, enables the people to possible. The National Food Security Act enacted the UPA government 2013 transformed the key into legal entities. Law beneficiaries include 75% of rural population, 50% of urban population. What does the one draw line like welfare provision, unlike the freebies, enhance its what are the enhance the human capabilities and freedoms, like aligning the capability of approach to development proposed by nutritious food through the midday meal scheme and strengthen the humanity and individual dignified the also burden the public not only causes personal suffering but also the burden the public resources increasing the cash transfer schemes have recently found in several states like Maharashtra, Jharkhand, Haryana, cementing their roles as a staple electioneering. However, Dr. Kailash cautions that such schemes stimulate market activity by boosting consumer spending, ultimately fall short of creating genuine. So these are economic opportunities. Free by driving the politics pose a serious fiscal threat. So there is a there is a difference of what is the how the government is providing the fiscal and who is controlling inflation. So the economic opportunities, fiscal freebies driven politics inhibited the state to government, and the RBI's latest report on state finances highlight how measures have led a sharp increase in subsidy, further urge the states to rationalize. So the Delhi report revenue surplus of 14,457 crore in 2023, and there is a 5,769 crore with a revised estimate suffering the further 13.9% decline. The annual revenue expenditure is 10,000 to 12,000 crore. And what is how the judiciary have a role? Supreme Court referred the series petitions challenging the constitutional to three judges bench, and the laid a petition filed by BJP leader to determine the constitutional guarantees free and fair elections, and suggested the forming experts panel, and this marked a significant departure from the Balaji versus like cases like S. Subramanian and government of Tamil Nadu. Materials. So particularly since they sought to be advanced directive principal status policy, so the Sanjay Hegde, and there was a little to distinguish welfare. So moving to the next article is about the heart failure patients and how in India died 10 years earlier. There is a detailed study about how the cardiac failure, 25% of heart failure patients die in a year, is the data from the India first nationally represented the heart failure from prospective flow data of 10 years. The muscles fails to, what is heart failure? It is said to be uh, when the heart is muscles fails to pump the enough blood to meet the demands of body. So here is the study which is forwarding the 1 year mortality rate patient with the heart failure enrolled consecutive patients admired with the compensated in December January. There is a total 10,850 participants were enrolled in National Heart Failure Registry (NFHR), which is a multi-centric hospital based on heartbeat. Patient from 53 centers across for 24 states, 2 union territories, and the registry has 9 nodal centers and 5 participants. So here the data is from the Thrumal Institute for Medical Science, SCRT-MAS, National Coordinating the Baseline for Demographic Characteristic Etiology of the Survival of the Heart Failure Patients and how influencing the policies to reduce the heart failure. So there is a published in January 2025 log that mortality rate among is 10,845. Patient with heart failure is 7,800 ischemic heart failure and predominance to 71.9%, and was the third leading cause of heart failure is ischemic 21.1% mortality rate 1 year less dilated. So here the data is about the how the heart failure is and heart failure patients, how it just decreases the age by the 10 years. Patient is dying earlier from their age, the normal patient. There was a comparison of the mortality rate at 1 year is 21.1% for patient with ischemic heart diseases. Mortality rate is substantially higher in the patient, like mortality rate is mainly higher in rheumatic heart patients and the congenital heart disease complicated with ischemic heart. Congenital heart is generally seen in the newborn child when there is a basically congenital, there are many congenital heart diseases in which there is a one of so the mortality fractures is seen in the looked at the mortality rate of the patients. 10,845 participate with heart failure. So ischemic disease was a predominant cause of heart failure. These are the data. Just have a look about the heart failure patients, how it is increasing day by day in India. So one more article is about the Zoom seeking to expand for beyond video conferencing, say India chief. So is how Zoom communication has left the pandemic firmly behind and how it is a pivot to core the enterprise's customer and market life. So the 2019 firm said that in Rose Communication Platform Services (CPS) and Contact Center as a Services (CCS) industry with enterprises services spans its existing meeting product. So in the pandemic year, there is a privacy record of a natural outcomes. So, a Ministry of Home Affairs Security armed had put out a circular warning government officials against using the services. So, these are that a day, the writer is saying the days are gone when there is a license for a Department of Telecommunication to provide Zoom phone services, adding their use by a wide range of public sectors. Several codes Zoom allowed a virtual hearing dot licenses for services standing traditional voice over internet protocol VoIP like Zoom are rare and other license space being Cisco WebEx. SAP Pacific revenue stayed $144 million in the past 2 quarters. Sixth one is about an important article is how the AI is impacting in our life and how it is should be resonate. Article by Shashi Tharoor. So just have a look. A good article that AI is important for life, but how it will can control if it not is the rules that is set by us, not by them. So there is a in November 24, a postgraduate student from Michigan, United States, had disturbing interaction while elderly care solution with Google AI chatbot Gemini. So basically, there is a story about a person who is already depressed, just his moral is already down, and if he just went for their solution to any artificial intelligence, anything that is not, then he will just maybe then they can give the negative emotions, like this example of to do suicide, you don't have use in this world, like this solution, and person who is already demotivated just take their actions. So the article is telling about that how AI could behave like that. The student complained Google modify the chatbot, but interaction is like actually promoted a vulnerable individual such as depressive to perhaps take a drastic measures should leave us all shaken and troubled. So like there are hundred of anecdotes about AI whose implication in India will need to grasp. So how we protect through the sensible regulations without stifling the growth of industries economics. AI is reshaping, no doubt. AI is reshaping industries, economics, geopolitics, transcending national border with data, algorithm, innovation flowing seamlessly across the region. In this the effective governance is participating innovations flowing seamlessly, effective governance, safety mechanism. So writer is for India participating in a global standard. Governance and safety media. So in November 24, International Network for AI Safety Institute was inaugurated in San Francisco, US, and aggregated earlier that nations committed to work together to launch an international network safety to institute to accelerate the advancement of the science of AI safety. Network represent a unified commitment to fostering international occupy and developing and harmonizing the global standard. So how the borderless nature of AI, like all the transcend national borders operating through the seamless flow of data, algorithms, challenges from ethical concern to security risk. So same time the effective governance of this transformative technology required a collaborative approach. Like India's participation in global discussion, not desirable but essential. So world fastest adopter of AI with a rate of 30%, rate 30% significantly higher than the global averages of 26%. So according to the recent Boston Consulting BCG report, what is telling that India stands at the forefront of leveraging AI for transformative changes across the sector such as healthcare, finance, agriculture, logistics. That India hold a portion of chat GDP user. Estimate the place India having second largest user base behind the US, 10% global chat GDP using. So we are a major adopters of AI. In the contest, joining the discourse on international AI safety standard, India offers a dual advantages. Like first, we must ensure India's AI ecosystem remains secure, ethical, and globally competitive. And second one is, yes, the second one is that it must be in our national interest to position India as a responsible technology leader on world stage, committing to the safeguarding individual rights and advancing AI responsibility. So there is a collaborative efforts with other nations on a multilateral level will enable India to shift and maintain the competitive edge in global AI race. To do this, India needs to create a national institution urgently in a pitch to fray. So the intersections of politics and geotechnology pronounced as seen in recent advances AI software. Such measures, while about China, have potential to reshape the global technology landscape. India is a non-China for now, but there is no guarantee it will exempt from such control independently. Countries like India could face the collateral impacts on policies targeting China, and we too can find our access to cutting-edge AI tools. So it is clear that we cannot afford to remain a passive observer in shifting landscape. The development further underscored the urgency of participating the international platforms of International Network of AI Safety Institute to advocate the balanced framework that protect the legitimate security interests while preserving the spirit of collaboration. So AI strategic importance spans economic development, cyber security, all area of national priority. So what is leveraging the India's strength? There is a India vibrant is AI ecosystem fueled by robust IT sector, talent pools, making critical to player for global AI. So the digital public infrastructure initiative such as Aadhaar UPI has demonstrated how inclusive interoperably scalable system. So enabling the economic growth at unprecedented level. So the so way forwarding that is saying that in the world where the AI is increasingly at the center of economic and geopolitical strategies, India must take an active role in shaping the future. As an adage goes in global politics, you either at the table of the menu and AI revolution while ensuring the challenges of AI revolution. So that's for today's, only covering the 6 to 7 slides. I know I've added just important things here. A little bit exhausted today and not feeling well. So just ending the today's editorial. Let's have a summary and just ending the today's slides. Like BJP sweeps are false. BJP scores a big win in UPs by Malkipur bypoll. Second one is about the Reserve Bank sync with government growth of focus, and PM promises to make a Delhi a modern city. Tamil Nadu woman pushes off moving train miscarriage. Third one is about the freebies governance and more key lessons to impact of Delhi election. Hats off picture in the fourth one is related to the freebies and welfare schemes different. Fifth article is about the heart failure patient and died due to 10 years earlier. And Zoom seeking to expand far beyond video conferencing, says India chief. Sixth article is about the India's voice must resonate in global AI conversation. A good editorial about the AIs and can be used in mains answer writing. So just have a look. So that's for today. Just ending it here. Tomorrow we'll meet with a new editorial. Till now, good night. Take care.